Last episode we rescued the princess and we're going back to the lift. Don't really know where we're going, but we are going back to the lift. Oh, remember we've got fast forward on as well, so our guys move pretty fast. The elevator system isn't locked down. There must be some way to get this back online. And that is a good question. Security. What is this hand? Whose hand's this? Oh yeah. I was thinking it's the security guard's hand that we cut off. It's not something a DNA print scan can fix. The computer network itself is offline. If there was someone who could help us with... Oh, I need to use the phone, don't I? Call this guy.
Proto, we can't get the elevator running. Think you can like hack it or something?
I'ma try. One sec. Easy peasy, dawg. I even unlocked the secret DEFCON 4 level.
Yeah.
Thanks. We're heading down now.
Down.
Watch your step though. I'm reading some serious bad vibes downstairs.
We'll be careful.
Yeah, there's some messed up stuff going on down there. I don't know what level we're on. Are we on G? No, we're not on G. G is down. No sign of Warren or Proto J. Maybe there's something in here that can help us fight King Warren. I tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to turn the speed back down because that was just so we could get along that massive corridor. Okay. Why don't we just take this device? I don't think I need to mess with that. Besides, as Warren said, you can't operate the Garden of Fork and Paths from here. You can only unlock it. Okay. Something appears to be moving, almost burning, off the screen. An object has mysteriously peeled off the left artwork and floated to the floor. Oh, it's the N sign. Red Aleph. Inverted Aleph added to inventory. Okay.
Any idea on what we should do next?
We need to figure out a way to remove my father from power.
Well, we have Proto J to help us in the cyber war theater, but Warren still seems to be in control.
Yes, the Clington Bush forces are neurologically programmed to follow Warren according to the 3 laws of robotics.
3 laws of robotics.
The 3 laws of robotics.
Don't harm humans, serve and protect, or something
Number
like that.
1. A robot may not injure or through inaction allow harm to come to a member of the Neofeudal royalty. The reigning monarch's safety supersedes all other royalty. 2. A robot must obey any orders given to it by a Neofeudal royal, with the reigning king or queen's orders taking precedence over all other princesses, princes, corporate and banking executives, religious leaders, media. 3.
Yeah, we know how that
Upon
works.
proven death of original body without transfer to a backup clone and erasure of all uploaded consciousness gestalts of the current reigning monarch, the ascension of the rightful heir to the throne.
Okay, so we have to prove to the agents that the body is dead and that King Warren's consciousness was erased, and they should then follow you?
Yes, I am the next in line for the throne, so all Clington Bush subjects would be mandated to follow me according to their programming.
Okay. Didn't King Warren kill himself earlier up in the Falcon Palace throne room? That body could be useful. Okay, let's go, baby. Where's the exit? Back to the elevator. I can't figure that out. You can't figure going back to the elevator out. Was it? I'm sure it was P1. Yeah, baby. Gonna get me a dead body. The Neofeudal Council is still here, being held by android agents loyal to King Warren, it seems.
Hey, that's Princess Sybil. She must have escaped her cell.
Whoopsie!
Oh shit.
Okay, so we're not going there, are we not? We can't go up there with all the royal guards still following King Warren's orders to capture us. Maybe I could talk to Sybil about this. Already have. Oh yeah.
What if you had your knights here go by themselves up to the palace throne room? They could pose as Warren's men and use some cover story as to why they need to bring the king's body down.
Good idea.
That just might work. Luther, Che, I need you to go to the throne room and retrieve King Warren's body. If the others ask why, say the king ordered an investigation or an autopsy on the body as a reason to bring it downstairs.
Of course, Princess. What if the others are suspicious and check with Warren to confirm?
That's true. We'll have to figure out a way to fake the order from King Warren. How exactly do these agents get their commands?
Their cybrains have a direct link up to the Clinton Bush wireless 8G network.
8G.
So basically, they get orders through the internet?
Basically.
Che?
Their factory default names were A-1830135 and I forget the other. They're not products or slaves. They're individuals, so I figured I'd give them some real names.
Well, that's nice.
Famous freedom fighters?
Well, we are trying to stage a revolution, aren't we?
Okay, so how are we gonna contact the net? Well, the network. Maybe we can ring Studio.
Proto, I need you to do something for us.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I need you to impersonate King Warren and send an order through the Clinton Bush network to the royal guards that agents are coming up to take Warren's body down for an autopsy.
Yeah. I can do that. Just, gotta practice my royal asshat voice.
Thanks. Our undercover agents are coming up now.
Now, Sybil and I just have to get off the elevator. Right, come on then. Before I do that, I want to get... I've never been down this far. Let's go down there. Oh shit. I know who is that the consciousness is that the new body of King Warren, or it's going to be the new body of King Warren? What is this place?
That's Princess Sybil. She must have escaped her cell. Get her.
Oh shit.
Yeah, see you later. Right, so maybe we can only get off the elevator here?
What was that place?
My father said that the key to the garden and the throne controlling the garden were separate. Perhaps that place was the control center for the Garden of Forking Paths?
It would make sense. The vortex of those tentacle synapse things, the garden's network or whatever, seems to be converging into that chair.
Our only hope then is to dethrone King Warren and take control of the garden. We've got to do something about the Clinton Bush forces down there.
You're Princess Sybil Clinton Bush.
Unfortunately, my father is technically still the reigning monarch.
Yeah, so it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same, right? So let's... The planners is the same. Let's go down to F3. Exit. Get off there. And then... Send the guys up.
Proto is going to spoof the Warren loyal agents, so they should be able to bring the body down no problem.
Yeah.
If it goes according to plan.
Okay, I don't see much choice. It's only a matter of time till Warren figures out a way to breach this area. The mission is a go.
Go, go, go! Do not fail me. I hope me and the princess get it on. Only reason I'm doing this. I don't care for humanity's survival, I just care about getting some sweet, sweet, high-class
We're
poon.
here to take King Warren's body down for autopsy. We weren't notified of any such order. King Warren might have just issued it through the intranet.
Yo, my niggas be coming up for cop the body. I mean, the other units are coming up to collect my body for the investigation.
Understood. Are you alright, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine. This embodimentation's making my cracker ass. I mean, it's giving me some headaches.
Understood. Do you need us to come down and check on your physical substrate?
What? No, absolutely not. I'm A-okay. Just continue on, holding the world leaders at gunpoint up there. Great job, son.
Great job, son.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Shit, that was close. Almost blew my cover there.
Right. I've got the body. Give me the bodies.
We have the body.
Great job, guys.
Now, we just need to figure out what to do with it.
Why don't we grab it? Cut something off it? Ooh, what? Oh, I know what to do. Use this on it. Bring it back to life. No. Bitch, how does this work?
Any idea on what?
We need to figure out a way to remove my father.
Well, we have.
Yes, the Clington bush.
Right. Problem. Take a picture on the phone? Electrocute it? Burn it? I'm just going through the fucking brute force method here. Use a dead hand on it? Oh man, obviously we don't need to do anything with the body. We just need to... Oh no, that doesn't work. Wait there. Stop. We should get off the elevator and the lab facility level. The lab facility level before sending the agents up. We've already sent the agents up.
Any idea?
We need.
Well,
Yes, the Clington bush forces are neurologically.
Right, wait there.
the.
Yeah, number 1. 2. A robot must obey. 3. Upon proven death of original body without transfer to a backup clone and erasure of all uploaded consciousness.
Okay, so we have to prove to the agents that the body is dead and that King Warren's consciousness was erased. And
Yes, I am the next in line for the throne, so all.
Right, so I've got the body. I'm fucking stuck here, lads. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna consult a guide. Right. So we've got to go back. Right, okay. I was actually going to do this myself, but I thought it would be pointless. Go back to G2 with the body.
we better get this Egalite Cooperative overthrow conspiracy straight before we try anything.
Like I said, once the king's latest instantiation into flesh has been proven legally dead, and his digital consciousness backup has been sabotaged, all Clington Bush robotic subjects will be forced to accept me as the new monarch. It's hardwired.
So, we have the decomposing death certificate right here. We just need to get rid of the uploaded post-human whatever version of Warren that's still around. Sounds tough.
True, but you're not understanding the true nature of neo-feudal politics. If the subjects believe that the king is dead, then they will crown me queen, even if Warren's ghost is still out in the machine, as long as there's a media blackout on that fact.
So you're saying we tricked the Clington Bush state into making you queen?
Look, it wouldn't be the first time the most powerful corporate state in the world held a rigged election. This is the only way. Believe me, I have tried the grassroots methods. I supported non-violent resistances, I started countless NGOs, built miles and miles of affordable housing, fought for rights and food and healthcare for all.
Blah, blah, blah.
Don't you see? Democracy has been long dead. When absolute power reigns, all that can change it is absolute
That's
power.
exactly what I said at the start of the game.
At the end of the day, it's either your father or you. I put my money on the Royal Revolutionary over the megalomaniac.
Oh, we're going down.
Yo,
We're going to need you to doctor the Clinton Bush Consciousness Registry to make it look like King Warren's mind files have been acid washed from existence. Can you do that?
maybe. I think so. He been fighting back mad hard against me now. I think he knows what we're planning. I don't know how long I can hold him.
Well, you better get cracking.
What was that?
Bad news, yo. Looks like that Demon King just had him thugs breach the underground. Warren be regaining control. I don't know how much longer I can firewall that motherfucker out the lower levels.
We just need a little more time, Proto. You have to fight him.
I'ma try, but you guys better hustle this royal hustle, or it's game over.
Let's go, Carl. We can do this. We have to do this for the good of all sentience.
This is it. Let's do it. What are we doing back here?
What the hell?
Great Musk, Proto. You came back. How did you...
What's going on up in here? Am I dead?
You, incapacitated me. That's the last I remember.
Yeah, that happened. But it happened yesterday. All I remember is we crashed the Fulcrum party. I was in a Mind Mojo showdown with King Warren. Then I feel like I coming apart at the seams. Then I was uploaded in the interwebs, playing handler for Carl and Sybil. Then poof, I'm in here?
You made it to the secret facility? Extraordinary. If I had to hypothesize, I'd say your essence has been absorbed into the superfield of the garden.
So, where am I exactly? Am I dead? A ghost? Up in the Matrix and this all be a simulation?
None of the above. It's difficult to explain, but essentially you have become unstuck from the space-time consciousness continuum. Disentangled might be a better term. The passage of the golem is complete.
Well, how do I retangle? Carl, Sybil, they need me back in the fight.
Yes. Yes, of course, and you will. You will change everything, Proto. You've exceeded my wildest expectations. But first, I need you to insert this upgrade chip into your neural interface.
It's a scam.
Wait. Why the hell should I listen to a
Exactly.
damn thing you say? How do I know that ain't some slave dongle or some shit? You betrayed me! You sold us out to the coke jobs!
Yes. I hated the Clinton Bush family for what they'd done to me. And I figured my only pathway back to the garden was riding a warcopter in the coke job's coup d'etat. But you must understand, I always meant to bring you with me.
They shot up my place! My homeboys, the shreds at the arcade! They nearly wasted me too!
The coke job squads were under direct orders to take you in unharmed. I am sorry for the collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Those are my people!
Please, you must understand everything I've done for you, my boy.
Everything I've done for
Grand
you.
architecture. Everything I've built all falls apart. You are the key to everything, my son.
Don't call me that! Don't you fracking call me that! I ain't yours or nobody's son! I'm a self-made crow! Ain't nobody was there for me as a shorty in Dickinston. And I just had to build my own family. One deal, one shot at a time. your son. I ain't your son. You put me together, then you threw me away. What kind of dad does that?
Quit
I
whining.
regret every day of it. But there was no other way. I was a prisoner, a slave of the Clington Bush dynasty. Don't you see? If they were to discover what I had created with you, they would have locked you in their vault and made you a slave as well. I had to concoct a way to free you from the fulcrum, so I indicated you as a failed experiment, so that they would discard you into the terrestrial wastes. I know it was no place for a child, but you've seen it, haven't you? You would have suffered a worse fate in that abominable facility, that prison. I only took solace in the power you possessed would protect you in the harsh world below.
Lies! You'd be just as bad as King Warren. You just wanted me as a puzzle piece in your grand master plan. That's why you stuck me out the lab, so you could have the garden all to yourself.
I admit, I was selfish. I can see that now. If I couldn't have the kingdom, then no one would. I suppose I would have seen to that. I let hubris get the best of me.
Your hubris nearly killed me.
I wish this guy would get over it. Fucking hell.
Idea what it was like in the street, sleeping in boxes, getting beaten by racist humans, begging for spare batteries, and getting thrown in prison for trying to grab a recharge at a coffee shop, or using an unlicensed replacement part when your arm breaks. You put me through hell.
Mate, it's all character building.
And then the Chrome Boys, Talos, Carl, Sybil, you betrayed them all.
I hate whiny
You
bitches.
betrayed me.
Do you know what it is? No matter what people get done to them, right? Does anyone really act like a whiny little
Do
bitch
it,
like
son.
this?
Go on and do it. I deserve this for everything I've put you and your millions of brothers and sisters through. Perhaps in the end, the biggest defect in the system was me.
Do it.
I fucking hate you. I'll hate you till my motherboard grinds itself to dust and my backup drives bit rot away. But you're my maker. My old man. Your family. I can't. I can't do it.
Come here, my son. You, Proto-J. You were my greatest creation of all. You were always the key to everything. I used you, and I'm so sorry.
What? What are you doing?
The coke jobs will be coming for me now. Never again will I be a slave to Babylon. I will not watch another generation of my Nephilim suffer the avarice of tyrants as you did.
No! Don't do this! Please!
Go, my son. Go and help the princess. You are the candle in the dark. Set aflame a second enlightenment. Do right where I failed.
He killed himself.
No!
That's what happened. Okay, so it's a full loop now. How can you cry? You're a robot, mate.
Don't,
I now know why you cry.
don't leave me!
Motherfucker's dead, mate. Might wanna go and save your mate instead of whinging. Come on. I hope this is this dead scientist's consciousness.
That's the princess. King Warren wants her detained immediately.
King Warren doesn't want anything, because King Warren is dead.
Impossible. We've received orders from him to hold the garden control room. He said you would try to capture it.
Well, whatever false information you've been getting is lies. Propaganda. Probably pushed by our enemies, the Coke Jobs, in order to keep you from fighting the coup d'etat they've orchestrated. The Neofeudal Council and the Clinton Bush dynasty have been tricked, cut off at the head. The conspirators don't want you to know that our head of corporate state is dead to keep our dynasty in disarray while they assume power.
Impossible. We have the king's prime vessel right here before our eyes.
There is no mind in that body. It is a mere husk, a shadow of my father, a decoy to keep the Clinton Bush body politic without a head.
There's no way we can accept the word of an alleged traitor to the throne at face value. You'll need to produce some hard evidence, Princess.
I have the body of the last incarnate vessel of King Warren, here.
This body shows a 99% DNA match with King Warren, and the watermark stenographed into the corpse's mitochondria matches the consciousness blockchain hash, meaning this was almost certainly Warren's last reincarnation. However, in order for the neo-feudal ruler to be declared officially deceased, complete erasure of all uploaded consciousness gestalts of the current reigning monarch must be proven.
Indeed. Check the Clinton Bush digital crypt. You will see all of King Warren's backup consciousness states have been erased. The king's ghost has been purged from the machine.
That is impossible. The Clinton Bush network is light years ahead of its rivals. It is an impregnable quantum edifice. The only way the king could have been erased is by an inside job. You're lying.
You must believe me. No one is more distraught by this than me. They killed my father. And we have proof. It was General Walker's Air Force and stormtroopers that took the Fulcrum Palace. They could have had plants anywhere inside of this facility. You must believe me. This was almost certainly sabotaged by the Coke Jobs or another rival neo-feudal empire wishing to harm my family. You do remember your oath to defend royalty from harm unquestioningly? Just check the servers and you'll see.
Very well. Don't move.
Please, Proto, if you haven't deleted the King's Warren's backups, we're finished.
It appears King Warren's consciousness gestalts have been wiped from the system.
Exactly, you little cocksucker.
The king is dead. In accordance with the third law, Princess Sybil Clinton Bush, only surviving daughter of the late King Warren Clinton Bush, has now ascended to the neo-feudal throne. The king is dead. Long live the queen. Long live Queen Sybil.
Kneel before me.
Long live the queen.
Rise,
Mate.
my subjects.
Mate, why are you bowing to this fucking queen, right? You've
Carl
helped her
Connor,
every step of the way.
Friend of the Clinton Bush crown. Your queen summons you.
Of course, my queen. Yes, your majesty?
Okay, you can stop calling me that. We're out of earshot. Your Majesty makes me feel so old. We're not out of this yet. If we can't figure out a way to gain control of the Garden of Forking Paths, this will be the shortest reign since Lady Jane Grey, 1553.
What happened to her?
She was executed by her successor, Queen Bloody Mary the First.
Your
Is that
first
Mary, Queen of
official
Scots?
decree as queen better be to send the agents away. We don't want them to even get a whiff of a hint that we lied to them about King Warren being dead.
Indeed. I need all of you to secure the entrances to this throne room immediately. We may fall under attack from our enemies at any moment.
Immediately, Your Majesty.
What's this down here? Proto J. What the fuck's Proto-J doing down here? My new involuntary acquired partner, Proto-J, the hater of my hater as my dog, I guess. What? The latest exterminator. Model EX-1000 Warbot. Any direct military attempt to seize the control room will be obviously met with the asymmetrical firepower. Pardon me. The heart. Most all of the internal organs appear to have been replaced by cybernetic prosthetics. All sorts of electromechanical synthetic parts. He's even got a metal ribcage. The only thing organic appears to be the heart. It beats in the chest like the last remaining remnant of this entity's former self.
This must be my father's original body. Years ago, King Warren went into treatment for a heart attack. The papers reported a quadruple bypass, but I knew it was a smokescreen for something else. It was the first attempt at creating a true post-human. One by one, they replaced each part of the body, then the mind itself, with artificial prosthesis. But I had heard it failed. As to why the heart remains, there's a royal caveat somewhere in the big rule book, after the part about primogenesis and the descendant needing to have a net worth in the 9-figure plus range to be considered worthy. It says that the king's official body can be replaced by cybernetic parts, the brain itself downloaded to a supercomputer, but the monarch must have a living heart, or they cannot be legally considered alive. Weird rule, instigated by Warren I. I think he meant that the king had to have a heart, as in be a good person. But you know, the Neofeudal Supreme Court had a full house of literalists interpreting royal law at the time. The law was thrown out in 2030, when the majority of status holders and Neofeudal elite had already migrated their minds to digital databases, instantiating themselves in clones the way they change clothes. The sacredness of the meat fell into the dustbin of history, like the cassette tape, the newspaper, or democracy.
So, your father said he was uploaded part of the machine itself, but could King Warren's consciousness be inside of that body?
As you've already discovered firsthand, my father is a pathological liar. I doubt discarnation would have changed that aspect of his personality. So yes, I would say there's a great chance King Warren is in his original substrate here.
A luxurious ermine cloak fit for a king. A golden crown from the cables protruding from it is not simply ceremonial crown jewels, but some sort of transcranial mind-computer interface. Right, so what are we actually doing here? Body in a vat.
This body looks a lot like your father.
Yes, these must all be King Warren's clones. In the event of the death of an incarnate body of a royal, as long as the monarch's consciousness has been uploaded to the neural cloud and verified by Gertzel-Takeda algorithms, the king or queen cannot be legally declared dead. They may reincarnate themselves in one of their backup clones and retain position as Neofeudal monarch.
What if we eradicated all of the clones? Just overloaded the nuclear reactor and sent the black hole or whatever is powering this fulcrum into a supermassive state?
The clone bodies themselves are just empty vessels without the consciousness downloaded.
Okay, so what if you guillotine the king and also destroy the digital backup?
If you could prove the backup was destroyed in the royal registry, and prove physical, legal brain death of the monarch's current manifestation, then the king would be officially considered dead, and the heir to the throne would ascend.
And the heir is you?
That's right. I am the heir.
Obviously. Look, it's not though, look. EX-1000. Oh. I thought that didn't match. When I read that before, it was like EX-1000, but yet the title, the tag says EX-900. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing again. Oh, that's a good idea.
Could you order that X-900 to stand down? He won't let me get near the king's original body.
Okay, I'll keep him off your back.
I've just been standing in front of it.
Unit EX-19385.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Why are you interfering with my subject Carl Carbon's work?
This commoner is attempting to desecrate the body of the king.
This is no commoner. This is Carl Carbon, the Queen's royal investigator.
I'm sorry, Queen Sybil. I did not realize.
Your queen orders you to stand down. I'm having Carl remove my deceased father's heart.
Oh, shit.
Added to the royal mausoleum. This relic of the past no longer belongs here.
Of course, Your Majesty.
That should do it.
Thanks.
Oh, we're gonna cut out the heart. This is what I'm all about. Cut it out. Call the Kingslayer sounds better in a bard song than call that guy with the obsolete cyber arm. I've already got treason and shooting of unarmed sentience on my record. Why not add regicide?
I'd say it was nothing personal, ex-King Warren, but no, it is personal. It was bad enough with you being a horrible, black-hearted tyrant, but then you abducted my ex-wife and kid. I can't abide that. You had this coming, asshole. Feudalism's a bitch, ain't it?
What have you done?
You would betray, assassinate your own father for the throne? You're more a monster than I ever could be.
You've had your era, Father, and you created dystopia. You've brought about apocalypse over the course of decades, creeping up on you as you remain blind, cloistered behind your golden walls in the new Palace of Versailles.
I have brought immeasurable wealth, unprecedented prosperity, colonized an entire solar system.
At the expense of the many, your empire is built from the bodies of billions. You would make yourself immortal, sit atop the fulcrum for eternity. You believe you're some sort of post-human god. But no matter how much wealth you accumulate, how many people you exploit, how much power you amass, you are just a man. And you've been bested by a naive little girl, a beat cop, and a defective. You're not that smart. You just had the good luck of being born a Clinton Bush.
I will end you all. I will end the world if I have to. You're no daughter of mine, you ungrateful traitor.
These guys are doing the Michael Jackson in the background.
Had your mother's eyes. Once I rip them from that defective body, I'll implant those eyes into a new prototype of you, Sybil. One debugged of the flaw of disloyalty. The next Sybil will be a perfect specimen. Then you can join me in the utopia I will build. There are no flaws in paradise.
How is he even doing this?
You best put a royal famous down, scrub.
Proto, you've resurrected?
Apparently, Proto J, and the J is for Jesus. Time to watch this motherfucking Sin City.
Jesus!
Sorry, Carl. I tried to keep him out the guarded control room, but Warren busted through my ice wall. Used some top secret Chinese virus called
The China virus.
We're just glad you're back, kid. Sybil, what's going on with the droids and bots?
It seems all of the Clinton Bush humanoids are having an algorithmic philosophical crisis or something. They can't compute who the Neofeudal Monarch is. They must be crashing due to a paradox of the king's death, yet apparent resurrection. There is no stipulation in the 3 laws for the case of a stolen election.
So what? We're going into overtime? Some sort of runoff?
It appears so. The true sovereign will be decided by sudden death. Of my father or myself.
I win. I always win. It is my divine right.
He must be channeling the power of the garden itself through his consciousness gestalt.
Without his heart, his biological body must have passed by now. It's like the garden itself is animating more, keeping his mind on life support.
That means the only way to stop Warren is to disconnect him from the garden, remove the controller's crown.
Okay, let's take this Lich King plutocrat down.
Carl must have dropped this?
What?
Oh no. Looks like some of the Royal Guard are turning cloak. I'll hold him off.
Oh what? Oh shit! Gun. Shazam! Right? Get that, quick. Something about those symbols, there's something we need to do, but I can't... Oh! Use this. Where's it gone? What? Where's that red thing gone? Lads, I don't know where the red... Oh, she got it. Lads, where's the red thing gone in the inventory? The red N. I can't actually select it anymore. What? Oh, wait there. Can we go and get this?
Sybil, do you have
Oh,
the red
she's
ALF?
got it, the stupid bitch.
I've got it right here.
Why have I not got
Now,
it?
Sybil, use the ALF.
Please let this work.
Get away from my body!
Warren's too powerful, jacked into the garden. We need to think of some way to disorientate him long enough to get the controller off. Sound. Whack that on him. Hit Warren hard right now.
Hit Warren as hard as you can with your golden third eye or whatever. Right now.
One can of psionic whoop-ass open!
This is not possible!
All Proto-J needed to do was get his penis out because people in power love children. It's been proven time and time again.
You players gonna make a play? You better check this motherfucking made stat!
If you're in a position of power, guarantee you suck little kids' dicks. It's just what happens. You know what I mean? I think, like, with great power comes great paedophilia. Right, what goes on here? Oh shit, I'm taking the crown, aren't I? Oh, fuck's sake. Do I have to ask her to do it every time?
The red ALF? Now,
Please.
Wait! You believe you will be different than me, that you will be a messiah, a philosopher king ruling benevolently and bringing equality and prosperity to all? If only you knew the true nature of power. Maintaining power requires maintaining loyalty, and maintaining loyalty requires horse trading, coercion, pay to play, even brutality at times. Even in your precious American democracy, this was true. Every dollar you spend on the poor, our royal rival, we use against you in the Neofeudal Council. You'll be overthrown before you bring your first million defectives out of poverty.
If I am overthrown, then so be it. The past should not be allowed to devour the future. The tree of liberty must be watered with the blood of tyrants. And if this stratoplex, this bejeweled, floating enclave of exploitative, disconnected trillionaires above a wasteland is all the Neofeudal Council and Neofeudalism has to offer, then I'm happy to smash all of the crowns and throw the gold shards down to the people. I will be the iconoclast queen. Even if the Egalite Cooperative only lasts a brief time and power hierarchies return, at least we will have a chance of something different.
Have you lost your mind? You would throw your name, your crown, this life of luxury away for the unwashed commoners? You would destroy what your family labored for centuries to build. The most powerful dynasty of all time?
I'd rather live in a rickety shanty in a community of human, robot, and chimera equals than live another day in a vulgar, disgusting, opulent den of wealthy vipers like this palace. I hate them, and I hate you.
Sybil, you can't. Whatever I have become, I am still your father. I gave you everything. all the treasure and power, and even let you run your humanitarian programs against my wishes. And though they costed me dearly, that must count for something.
Bullshit.
I love you.
I want to believe that, Father. I would have believed it, but I've seen your true colors. You left me to be raised by robots, used me like a chess piece. You would burn entire cities to the ground to keep your throne. But the worst part, for all your talk of family, I know if you had to choose between your empire and me, you would choose empire. That is what hurts me the most. I'm sorry. Goodbye, Father.
Oh, guy's getting a little.
I'm sorry.
You did what you had to do. That act took a queen's courage. You deserve the throne, Sybil.
It's funny how you would call that Queen's courage, other people would call it being incredibly, brutally fucking benevolent. Long live the Queen. Oh, aye, that old chestnut. I don't trust this bitch either. Is she really going to do what she promised?
Come on, buddy. You can do this. You can do this.
Nanotech-caused diseases aren't covered by your insurance? How can they treat people like this?
What's wrong, Mommy? Don't be sad.
It's nothing, Johnny. Mommy's just trying to help you get better, but it's hard in this system.
I'm sorry for being sick, Mommy. I'll eat my crow protein and get strong like Con John and Robo-Apocalypse.
Oh no, baby.
Con
It's not
Jonna.
your fault. It's just... Hey, let's go home and you can watch
How can
some
two
Sons
white
of
people
Mine.
have like a Korean
How's that
child?
sound?
This child looks Korean.
Hey, Jewel, is this a bad time?
Hello? Are you a robot?
Huh? What's that?
A robot? Are you one? Mommy says I have to tell robots to beat it.
Johnny, who are you talking to?
Why's the kid
no,
got a mobile phone?
I'm a human, mostly.
He's like
I
4.
guess I'm a little bit robot, too.
Oh, okay. Maybe I talk to you mostly, then beat it a little bit. Or Mommy call police and...
Give
What
me
the
that
fuck?
phone.
If you can talk.
How did you
if
get this
if
number?
a kid's old enough to
What?
talk, it doesn't talk
I'm
like a
not
fucking idiot.
robocall or a collection agency or anything.
I know it's you, Carl. I told you I don't want to talk to you, and you know I have a court order.
Look, you don't have to tell me how you and Johnny are doing or listen to another shitty apology, okay? I just wanted to tell you that I've come into some good fortune of late.
That's nice. I'm real happy for you, Carl. Goodbye.
Wait, just give me a minute or just 30 seconds, okay? Hear me out. Then you can call my former CPD squad mates to come and haul me off to prison or file another lawsuit or whatever.
Mate, you've already wasted your 30
I'll
seconds
give you
babbling. Give her the
15.
fucking point.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay, look, you're not going to believe this, but I'm with a princess right now.
What? You're dating one of those wannabe hype tube micro celebrities?
No, not that kind of princess. I'm talking about a real, honest to jobs, has to have personal super agent bodyguards at all times, net worth in the 12 figures range, royalty with a capital R princess.
Well, why is this going to benefit her?
Did
Just
you
tell her
go
the
and
point.
shoot up the drugs you confiscated again? You've told some whoppers in your time, but this princess story takes the cake. Goodbye, Carl. Have a nice life.
Christ, Jewel, why do you always have to cut me down like that?
I'd cut her off,
It's
mate.
my fault. You got kicked off the force and became a junkie like the
This is
boss
a
you were
bitter
undercover
woman.
with.
I would just
No,
fucking
it's
let
not your-
her and my kid
Look,
just starve to
I'm
death.
getting better.
Have a-
I'm down
have a
to
new-
only smoking
have a new
packed
start.
Cigarettes. Flack! Look, listen, just listen, okay? I'm not looking for forgiveness or a pat on the head. I just want you to know that I can help you. I have a friend in the high place. The highest place.
We don't need your help. We're doing fine, asshole.
Who are the robots that Johnny is supposed to hang up on?
That's none of your goddamn...
The collection agencies, right? Garnishing your dwindling paychecks, auctioning your car, coming for your kidneys, indentured servitude, that's slavery. Look, Jewel, I know I've been a piece of shit.
I hate this guy.
Piece of
This guy is such a
utter
melt.
trash.
Like, in real
I'm
life,
not worthy
this
to have
guy's a
any of
fucking
you back.
twat.
I won't even say I can make anything right. But I'm in a position to filter some of the milk and honey out of those sky castles down to you guys.
Like, look,
Don't
he's
do
like
it for
making
me.
himself some sort of savior.
You
I
don't
can
even have to
filter
do
the
it for
milk
you.
and honey. May just go, here,
Just
pet. I've got some
think
money
of
for you.
it.
Don't fucking make it like it's a massive, like,
You
amazing thing. Like,
please
oh, I'm
treat
part
me
of royalty and I'm gonna help you
well.
with this. I'll
Go
extend
to
the
a
olive
decent
branch to
school.
the little
Not
peasant
have
wife
to
and
worry
child.
about all
Mate,
the
you're a cunt. I hate
Neofeud
you.
Bullshit of working his ass off just to barely scrape by in a low-town dump. Just do it for him.
You son of a bitch, Carl. This isn't anything happening here, okay? This doesn't mean we're talking now, so don't get any ideas. I had to close the old bank account when we went into default. The new one is... I'll just text it to you.
Thank you, Jewel. You're doing the right thing.
Bye.
I actually agree with her. Guy's a
Not bad,
fucking muppet.
cyborg man. A little nepotism never hurt anyone.
You want to convert our brand new resort into a multi-species sustainability education center? But where will our campaign contributors golf with us?
I don't know, Laura. The Oasis Country Club, or any of the other dozen mega resorts that we haven't yet clawed back and auctioned off to restore running water and cheap electricity to terrestrial Coastlandia. Pray we do not repossess any further.
This is insanity! Hypetech Corporation is losing billions of potential profits due to tax increases.
Hey, asshat! If you don't like paying your fair share for access to our new middle-class markets, rule of law, all of that formerly non-existent good stuff, then go hop on one of your rocket ships and do your business in a Martian tin pot dictatorship.
This is outrageous!
What's outrageous is why you're not in prison after defrauding billions from pension funds and Hypetech's financial branch laundering money for terrorists and drug lords.
I am a neo-feudal lord. I do not have to listen to these false accusations. I am too big to jail.
Oh, grow up, you big man-child. Fork over the back taxes or we're shutting you down. Just think of it as community-oriented pay-to-play. Instead of buying politicians, now you have to buy the goodwill of the citizens. Pretty cool, huh?
Oh, Jobs, this law and democracy thing is a disaster.
Alright, I'm tired of talking to you guys. You can go away now.
You upstart, plebeian commoner. We are the aristocracy. You cannot order us around.
Actually, I've technically got a lordship. Says so on the nameplate. But who needs labels, right? And sure, I can order you around. You're forgetting the first rule of feudalism.
Always have friends in high places.
Oh, Your Majesty! What a pleasant surprise.
Save it. I overheard everything.
I'm so sorry, my queen.
Oh no! Please have mercy!
Can we not just have these two
Don't
executed?
worry, Laura. You can keep your job. As long as you spend a year of your life in abject poverty for every 2 years in office.
What?
It's my new egalite law. To prevent the elite from becoming out of touch with the 99%, you will have to live at the level of the society's poorest for 1 full year, foregoing all titles and all help from your family, friends, or other connections. I call it deprivileging of the entitled. If you survive poverty, you get to keep your wealth. Otherwise, the Egalite Cooperative confiscates all of it.
No Pegasus back riding? No private limo shopping trips to Dulsachi? How could anyone live like that?
Tell that to the billions of humans, humanoids, and chimeras who do it every day. Don't worry, I and all monarchs will have to do the same inequality education term. Don't worry, cousin, you'll be fine. I'll see you at Kanye the 12th's birthday party.
Oh.
The stupidest idea I've ever heard.
Nolan, you'd best get out of my sight before I have you executed for treason.
Of course, my queen.
Have a good day, guys. So, how's the new Director of National Equality job going?
I have to deal with snobby rich people all day. But I get to tell them off instead of the other way around. So that's great. The view's fantastic, obviously.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm going to need people like you, people I can trust at all the levers of power in the corporate state to make sure the changes we're pushing for get carried out.
Of course. Well, don't worry about me quitting. I also like finally having a non-cardboard house, healthcare, and a 401 million K retirement plan. Compared to my last gig, I'm living like a king.
Oh no, I don't think you'd want that job.
What's the matter? Is there trouble in the Fulcrum?
Much of the Neofeudal Council is unhappy with Queen Sybil's Egalite initiative. Trillionaires don't want to give up a cent of their fortunes to those living on $1 a day, right below their floating castles.
So, how are you handling opposition?
Well, they've seen the mass destruction, the unmatched power of the garden.
Unilaterally assured destruction. You haven't, killed anyone, have you?
No, and I hope I never have to, but I have threatened quantum sanctions against those who defy the Egalite Cooperative.
Quantum sanctions?
The Coke Jobs leadership refused to participate in the mandated Year of Poverty, so I used the garden to relocate some of their military aircraft.
Where did you relocate it?
Into the asteroid belt, somewhere too difficult to retrieve. Somewhere near Phobos, in case they change their mind.
Gates down. I guess it serves them right, but I hope you know what you're doing.
There are already rumors that several families are positioning to push me out of the chairwoman position, but I'm trying to build a coalition to prevent that.
But they can't do that, right? You're head of the Clington Bush family, the masters of the universe.
So was my father, and look what happened to him. I hate to say it, but maybe he was right.
Give yourself some credit, sir.
Fucking hell, are these guys still blubbering about? I've just been to answer the door because I've had a parcel delivered. These are still chatting shit. Fucking hell.
When you could have just kicked back into a lifestyle.
There's some bullshit in this game, like, isn't there? Where's
And we've already helped more than 1 million of the terrestrial sentients out of poverty.
We've helped so many people. We're so good. Let's have a circle jerk. Fuck off, man.
Chrome tree forest power plants springing up left and right down there. We did the right thing.
I guess you're right, Carl. Plus, I still have the Garden of Forking Paths, the ultimate nuclear option if anything goes wrong. I just hope it doesn't change me, having that absolute power. I am my father's daughter, after all.
You're nothing like King Warren. And hey, if you ever turn over to the neo-feudal dark side, I'll be happy to overthrow another Clington Bush.
Ha! To be honest, I kind of missed the revolution business already. Maybe I'll dabble in foreign regime change to get the Neo-Feudal Council on my side.
Oh, snap! Son of a Bitcoin! Look at you, high roller! Carl the big-time G-Man with the fancy suit.
Yeah, laugh it up. They ran out of coffee-stained brown. What can I say? Didn't half your Chrome Boys crew get bricked during that coke job sting op? It looks like the assault on the arcade never happened.
When Sybil rewinded that nuclear explosion that Warren caused with the GFP, it reset the world. The coke job's mega city crashed into Dickinston right on top of the arcade. So when Sybil undid the damage, it'd be like nothing happened up in our crib. Except the high score on SpaceX all got wiped. Maybe we's immigrants from an alternate universe, shanghaied into this one by the reality splice?
Damn it! I worked my ass off for that high score. Well, glad things worked out for you guys, whatever the cosmology of it. So, now that you have Savior of Coastlandia on your resume, what's next for the great Proto-J?
I've been volunteering at fosterbot homes, helping out short-circuiting shorties.
Really? Seems a little unglamorous for the $6 billion baller.
Well, I also scored some Hollywood hookups through Sybil. I'm gonna be starring in Neofeud, an action blockbuster based on our adventures, exposing corporate state corruption, directed by Oliver Crome Blomkamp. Gonna win Oscars and shit, bruh. Also, my future platinum album, Sentient Revolt, is set to drop in a week. Proceeds gonna be donated to my non-profit to help non-human inner-city youths, the Genix and Bots Club.
No one cares what you're about to do, mate.
Chrome version of Ice Cube, dog.
Good for you, kid. And I say that as your former parole officer. I'm glad you've got your $6 billion act together, and I don't have to worry about you giving me any more.
So what happened to his family and the child? That's the only reason he was doing it.
Oh, cheesy, Bruce.
No, the baby. Remember the baby.
Yo, you still owe me that cig.
Actually, I'm trying to quit smoking.
Winners don't use drugs, right?
Haha. Touché. You let me know if you ever want to go on a wild goose chase, get shot at by killer androids, get locked up in a secret prison, send the New World Order into upheaval, and alter the fabric of the space-time consciousness continuum, okay?
Now you know. I'ma cash in that gift card someday. For sure. Alright, you take care of yourself, Mr. Policeman.
That's Lord Carbon to you. I got titles now.
Honestly, I think there's more like text than gameplay in this game. I don't know if I liked it. I thought it got off to a strong start, but then it just...
Surge. Yo, Jen, check out them solar tree inverters.
Damn, this game's glitching out. Hey, who the hell is Warren? He's got the #1 high score of 10 trillion points! This machine is bugged.
And that's how Neofeud 2 starts a bit. Yeah, I thought... It was a pretty good point-and-click adventure game at the start. Maybe the first hour or two. And then after that, it was just hours and hours of shit dialogue. Christian Miller was the writer, and this guy needs to hire an actual better writer. But so this is the guy that made everything. Christian Miller did everything. Now it is fair play to the guy. And I thought he was going to be the voice of him. Holly Elise Miller. Where's the guy that had the best voice acting? Not them. It was the boss, one of the boss guy. Him, Chris Ratcliffe Smith. He was the best voice actor in the entire game. Yeah, I don't think it's a very good game. I wouldn't really rate it highly. I think it's okay, but I thought it was more. Now, most of the time, lads, you may or may not have noticed this, but when they were going off on a 30-minute fucking dialogue, I was just checking out me. I've cut my nails. I've been on my phone, looking at the news and stuff. It's just, you've got to get the balance right. You can't just fucking hit the player up with hours of exposition and expect them to be entertained. It's boring as fuck. And when the characters are talking to each other, you don't talk to each other like, yeah, and we did this and that, remember this and that. Well, yeah, you know, mate, we've just fucking been through it. Just say, here, lads, I hope we're alright. Everyone's happy. See you in a bit. Catch you for a drink later, homeboy. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. So, yeah, it was, average. I wonder what the reviews were like. Neofeud. The thing is though, right, it was only £3.50. I got this game for £3.50 off Steam, which is it's money well spent, because I got more than £3.50 worth of entertainment from it. Neofeud, Steam. Oh well, wait, they're Metacritic first. Let's see what Metacritic says. It actually hasn't even got a review. So, it hasn't got a critic Metascore because there's only been 2 reviews, but what did they say? When it isn't bogged down by overly long conversations and cutscenes, that's my exact point, and that's the first review. Neofeud presents a compelling vision of the future. I agree. They give it an 80. I wouldn't give this game as high as an 80, not a chance. Neofeud's futuristic Blade Runner-like world is it's thoughtful dialogue that's entirely voice acted. That's one credit to it. It's entirely voice acted, which is great. Well, not really. Some of it's not. After a slow start, I don't think it was. Did it have a slow start? I thought it started off all right. I don't like reviews that get in depth on the story because I don't really care. I just want someone to say like the story's good, but this is the gameplay, because that's why I play games, for the gameplay. You know what I mean? Right, user reviews. The funny thing is, it's got 8.8 user reviews out of 4 ratings. Not to be overly pessimistic, but that's probably the fucking developer and his mate. The Klingon Gamer. There are many cyberpunk games out there. Some fail by being too arty or with little content. This game really is a look into the dark side of the future worlds run by machines. It's got charm and addictive feel to it. The narrative can be all over the place, I agree. It's true, because that's another thing with games. Games with dialogue often use the dialogue as a way to signpost what you're supposed to do in the next scene. But when there's so much dialogue and you can't be asked to listen to it because it's just a load of drivel, you miss the key points that would give you hints on how to proceed the level. You know what I mean? So you've really got to balance it out. While you're in the gameplay, when you're in-game and having dialogue, it needs to be short and concise. If you need to have some greater exposition, you need to have it in a cutscene. But whatever happens in that cutscene, you don't really need to pay much attention to. That's how if I was to design a game, that's how I'd do it. Because people do skip cutscenes, so you can't have any important information in them, just either backstory or a nice way to see how the story's progression. Remember, winners don't do drugs, that's the truth. Mostly. I don't know about that, like. Unless the drug is from Limitless, but then you're a loser because you come an absolute husk of a person. So there we go, lads, that is the end of Neofeud. I'm glad I played it, but it's not great. See you in another playthrough, lads. Hope you enjoyed it.